Yesterday, UPMC, the GAA and the GPA launched a pilot concussion testing and treatment programme which began with immediate effect and will run until the end of the 2022 championships. Both men's and women's inter-county players from Wexford, Kilkenny, Galway, Mayo, Antrim, Armagh, Donegal, Sligo and Waterford will be part of the pilot. Essentially, it's going to take their baseline concussion stats and give the counties a bunch of free concussion testing, which means that it's going to be much easier to diagnose concussions and therefore to treat them quickly if concussions do occur and when they do occur in these teams. And I've no doubt this is going to end up being rolled out because it's a brilliant idea and it's a brilliant initiative and much needed. Owen caught up with the Kilkenny star Katie Power as part of the launch. Here's Katie and how excited she is to be back playing with her county.
Class. I'm still nearly on it. I know I was buzzing, like even the day after I couldn't stop smiling. It was just great to be back talking out with the girls again. You know, it felt like a lifetime. You know, it was when I thought back, and it was September 2019, the last time I put on the Kilkenny jersey. And you know, when the lads had said it to me during the week, how would you be fixed to come on for a few minutes? I'd say they didn't even have the sentence out of their mouth, and I was like, yeah, I would be thrilled. So, look, it was lovely to be back, to be involved with the girls. But you know, I really want to be on the 15 now, the starting 15. So that's the next thing, and just trying to get the body right and trying to get myself right to put myself in the best position for that. So, you know, it's a lot of hard work the next couple of weeks to see if I'm up to it. So, you know, that's the next thing on the list.
For people who aren't aware of what happened, can you tell us a little bit about your injury?
Well, like last year, I ended up having 3 operations, 2 on my hand, and then 1 broke my kneecap 6 days before championship last year. So just been, you know, it wasn't a great year for myself, but you know, Kilkenny Camogie, like what way to finish out the year that was 2020. Like, so coming in this year as All-Ireland champions, you know, I just wanted to be involved again. And, you know, the lads have been extremely good to me and extremely patient with me. And, you know, have given me anything that I need in terms of my rehab and my physio and, you know, anything to do with that. So, you know, it wasn't a great year last year, but I'm really just looking forward to putting that behind me and focus on this year. And, you know, please God, I'll get a good run at things this year.
So you had just come back from a hand injury.
Yeah.
And it's 6 days later. This was literally your first time back out on the pitch when the kneecap...
No, so I was back playing a bit of club, the end of our club season. So I got to play like 2 club games. Then we ended up getting knocked out. And then we were back county training, I don't know, maybe a month or 6 weeks.
Right.
So like when I got the first operation in January, you know, they told me on my hand, they told me I'd be out for like, I think it was 3 months. And that was, I couldn't make peace with that, you know, like I'll be back for after the league or whatever. And then obviously COVID hit. And so there was nothing going on. And then the end of April, the start of May, I felt something like not right in my hand again. And I went back up and I had completely, like basically the operation just didn't work. So when I went up then, had to get the operation again, and they had to do something completely different. And they just told me like, look, you're not going to be able to hurl this year. Like, you know, your year's over, you know, just rest, get it right and be ready to go. And, you know, it was real disappointing at the time, but then the whole GAA season was up in the air. So I didn't know what was going to happen. And then obviously when the GAA, you know, we all knew the GAA was going to be back, you know, and like it was coming around a small bit, and we looked into a few different avenues. So I ended up getting back maybe in August. And then I think inter-county teams, we were all back in September. So it was time and nice. And I you know, I felt like I was coming to a small bit, you know, obviously I was a good bit behind the girls in terms of their fitness levels. They'd played a long club season as well. So then was back, felt great, like, you know, was hurling well. And yeah, 6 days before championship in training, broke my kneecap, and that was it then, you know, so I didn't get to play at all. And
how does that happen, actually, a broken kneecap? What happened in that incident?
So it was just a freak accident, because I actually broke my other one a couple of years previous, and that was a collision, you know, a slap of a hurl. So this one was just, I was running after a defender, and I was gaining on her and going to hook her, and she could see me gain, and so she obviously went to change direction, as you would, and I went to go with her, and that was it. Just heard a massive crack. And
so no contact?
no collision, no contact. You know, the surgeon had never seen anything like it before. He just found it so strange because any broken kneecaps do come from either a collision with a player or like a contact with a hurl, and I had neither. So it was very strange. You know, I'll never forget. I don't actually remember the couple of minutes after because I was in so much pain. And then I imagined the crack, you know, like I was just completely out of it for a while. And then obviously went for the scan, got in for the scan the next morning, less than 24 hours after, and they revealed that there was a fracture in my kneecap. So that was it then. That was my year over before it started, and yeah, it was hard to come to now, especially after the whole hand situation earlier on in the year. But look, it is what it is. You know, you get dealt bad blows from time to time, especially in sport. So just trying to dust yourself down from that. And, you know, as I said, it was last year's problem. Yeah. So I'm just so looking forward to this year now.
How big an impact did you have though last year off the pitch? Like, has there been any chat with teammates maybe this year saying, listen, Katie, I mean, what you did in terms of being around the team and being around the panel last year really helped?
Look, some girls would say that, and you know, I brushed that off, like, you know, right. So I was there for whoever, you know, especially we had a lot of, you know, girls that played their first All-Ireland last year, and you know, a few of my own clubmates actually, you know, play their first All-Ireland. I was there, and I was there at training, and if there's anything that needs to be done, you know, and I could help in any way, I would. You know, I'd never take any credit for it or anything, so I wouldn't really know, to be honest.
Yeah, and sure, the biggest contribution is now being back out there and actually doing what you do best, I assume.
Yeah, hopefully I can repay them for, you know, their patience and their kindness, you know, throughout that time. And you know, it was great getting on last Sunday, but, you know, I do have a lot of work to get up to, you know, the standard of playing a 60-minute match. And, you know, I'm not under any illusions in terms of that. So, you know, it's going to be a tough, you know, probably month, 6 weeks ahead of me, like in terms of training and stuff to try to get up to that level.
And is that cardio? Is that strength training? Is it a bit of everything, just match sharpness?
Yeah, it's more so match sharpness, to be honest. Right. You know, the lads are just trying to manage my own training load as well, because, you know, I'm not able to train like the girls are able to train at the moment. If I did, you know, I'm going to hit a setback or a bump in the road. So they're just trying to manage it as best they can. And so am I. And, you know, it's not easy. Obviously, I want to be training, you know, every single, like, need to feel like I need to, but you know, it's just trying to get the match sharpness. And I think your fitness will come from that. You know, as athletes, we're all fit in general, but I just think match fitness is a different fitness. So just trying to train matches as much as I can in training and get up to, you know, the level and the speed that the girls are at.
It's been quite the year, quite the 15 months for you. You've set up your own business as well.
Yeah, went out full time into personal training, and people were probably saying, like, are you crazy? You know, like, just as, you know, we were coming out of lockdown, but look, I was doing the personal training part-time and working my 9 to 5 and training with Kilkenny and trying to train myself before I got injured. And, you know, when I got injured, I just was like, I actually can't do that anymore, because, you know, I was getting up I was working from 6 to about 9:15 in the gym, driving over to the Michael Lings and working from 9 to 5:30, and either going training myself from 6 o'clock in the evening or going back over to the gym to train other people. So I literally didn't have a minute. I suppose I'm at the stage in my life now, it's if I didn't take the chance or the risk, you know, I might or might not have regretted it, but, you know, if I didn't take the chance, I'll never know. So I'm absolutely loving life at the moment. Delighted with the, you know, the change, and, you know, in the gym, just loving being around, and doesn't even feel like work to me. But yeah, it's been busy, but it's also been really fun, and, you know, looking forward to seeing where the next couple of years take me in terms of that.
Busy is good though, if you weren't sure whether or not to take that plunge.
That's it, yeah. Like, you'll always have, you know, a bit of self-doubt and stuff, but, you know, the one thing that everyone was saying is like, you're young, you know, you'll always pick up a job somewhere if it doesn't work out. And, you know, they were like, you love what you do, you're good at what you do. So, you know, why not take the risk? What do you have to lose? And, you know, I don't have a house, I don't have a mortgage, I don't have kids, obviously. So there was nothing really there. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do it now. And look, I love working in the garage and in Michael Ling's, you know, they were fantastic to me, but, you know, they understood as well. They're like, you're young, you need to take the chance. And, you know, I'm delighted so far. And yeah, exactly, busy is good. You know, if you aren't busy, you know, you might be, you know, looking the other way. But yeah, flat out at the moment, which is great.
It seems that the nation over the course of the last year have placed a greater importance on fitness. They realise that it's something that you should invest in. It's something that is vitally important to every aspect of your life, not just about going out and playing sport. It is a hugely important part of everybody's day-to-day health. And I presume that realization feeds into your busyness, into people wanting to take up services like your own.
Yeah, 100%. You know, like I know the COVID situation has been an absolute disaster in so many different ways, but if we could take one small little thing from it, it's that people are actually now looking at their health and looking to, you know, improve that, you know, whereas in years previous it was kind of like, sure, we'll put it on the long finger kind of thing. But now it's like, no, like, I want to get fitter, I want to be healthier, I want to be happier in myself. And yeah, like, we as PTs in the gym at the moment are really, really busy, which is fantastic. And, you know, it's just about, like, it's not about people trying to lose weight. It's not like just about that. It's just about trying to improve their lifestyles so they'll have a healthier life going forward. And obviously everyone has different goals about that. But, you know, if COVID has taught us anything, it's, you know, our health is it is the most important thing. You know, without that, you know, we're not really.
Am I right in saying that you're working out at TJ Reid's gym?
Yeah, working out there. Yeah.
How's that?
It's great. You'd see TJ a good lot. Like, you know, it's very GA orientated as well. Like, it's an absolute unbelievable facility. Like, it's fantastic. It's a credit to him and his business partner. You know, in Kilkenny, it's streets ahead of anywhere else. So it's class. Yeah, it's deadly. You'd see some of the Kilkenny boys be in there training as well, and the Camogie girls to be in there too. It's a great environment to work in. As I said, it doesn't even feel like work. You know, it's deadly to be there, and it's a fun, vibrant place. Yeah.
TJ also another person who came back from a cracked kneecap.
Yeah. Yeah. He came when probably
13, I think.
13 or 14. Yeah, like he was saying it to me, like, when the injury happened, if I ever needed a heads up, or, you know, just, you know, run things by him, or, you know, throw things out there. Like, he's very helpful in terms of that. So yeah, sure, no better man. Jesus, he's absolutely flying it at the moment, and he's someone that we probably all look up to in terms of his consistency across the board. The last couple of years has just been outrageous. Like, so, you know, the boys are out the weekend, and, you know, they'll be hoping for another big game from him, and I suppose the rest of the lads around him as well.
What about yourself then? Are you absolutely buzzing for the summer ahead?
Yeah, can't wait. Just hoping, you know, and I probably need to stop saying hope, and I just want to hopefully get a good run at things personally, and looking forward to seeing where the summer will take Kilkenny Camogie. You know, it's been a really exciting time since Brian and the lads have come in, and, you know, they've built a super panel. It's no longer 15 or 16 girls, and you know, our training matches are absolutely mayhem. You know, everyone is just mad to get onto that 15, and they know now, like, it's not just the set team that was there maybe years previous. Like, even coming on, you've seen, like, Steffi Fitzgerald scored a wonder point last weekend. Laura Murphy came on and made a massive contribution when she came on. Like, so there's a lot of girls there fighting, you know, for the 15 spots. And, you know, what's not to be looking forward to? It's summertime, championship is around the corner, and the sun is shining. Like, so as GA players, you know, we're all absolutely delighted, looking forward to the championship ahead.
Well, Katie, great to see you back out there. Congratulations on everything so far this year, and best of luck for the summer ahead.
Thank you.
It's Katie Power speaking with Owen at the launch of the UPMC GAA GPA concussion baseline testing pilot programme that is being rolled out at the moment, and we'll definitely be keeping an eye on it. And if anybody needs any information, sure, get in touch, and we'll put you in touch with the relevant people. 3 minutes past 9 this morning here on OTB AM, brought to you by Gillette. Good morning. Start with Gillette. Put your best face forward with their new and improved razors.